Samoa host Germany in Apia on Saturday with the weight of a nation on their shoulders. The Pacific Islanders face a home-and-away playoff against Germany for a place in Pool A at Rugby World Cup 2019 alongside Ireland. Scotland hosts Japan and Russia, having competed in every tournament since their maiden appearance in 1991. If they want to maintain that proud record, however, they must overcome a downturn in form. Since the last Rugby World Cup in England, Samoa have won just 2 of their 15 tests and welcomed Germany to Apia on a run of 9 successive defeats. The most recent of these came earlier this month when Fumo Titami Atafua's side warmed up for this qualifier with defeats to hosts Fiji and Tonga in the World Rugby Pacific Nations Cup in Suva. Germany coach Pablo Lemoyne knows his side will still going into the match as underdogs, sitting 12 places below Samoa and 29th in the World Rugby rankings going into the first leg. "It will be a really tough game," he said. "Key to playoff. Everyone has put a lot of pressure on those guys, Samoa, because the World Cup is really important for the country. We're here to learn and to try to play the best game we can, but we know it's a 160-minute game, it's not 80. The ideal would be to score points and put pressure on Samoa. To wait to see what happens when they come back to Germany, because it will be difficult for them too." Ahead of that meeting at Apia Park, Tafua has made 7 personnel changes to the Samoa side that lost 28-18 to Tonga 2 weeks ago. The vastly experienced Logovi Imalipola, Motu Machu and Paul Alo Emile return to the front row, while Joshua Tyrell joins captain Chris Vui in the second row and veteran number 8 Ovisa Treviranus forms the back row alongside Piula Fosilele and Jack Lamb. In the backs, Melanie Matavao is given the nod at scrum half, Paul Perez switches to outside center and Ed Fido is named on the right wing. If you're a German football fan and still fancy a bit of World Cup action, then rugby welcomes you with open arms, at Drive Rugby play Samoa on Saturday at 15:10 hours GMT 13, in the first of their Rugby World Cup qualifying matches. 2 games. Winner overall will head to second row. Timo Vollenkemper also comes into the forward pack, while Sebastian Ferreira switches to number 8. A backline that failed to fire against Portugal a fortnight ago has been reinforced, with Christopher Hilsenbeck starting at fly half, Stefan Liebig named at outside center, Nikolai Kluinghaus included on the left wing and Maxine Oldman moved to fullback. A long-term program following a week in which their footballing counterparts were knocked out of their World Cup in Russia. Lemoyne reiterated that Germany would not have made the 38-hour trip to Samoa had they not believed they could progress to next year's tournament in Japan. "There is hope because we can find many mistakes they, Samoa, have made, but we still know it will be a really difficult game," he said. This tie does not represent the last chance for Samoa and Germany to qualify for Japan 2019, however, with the loser following the return leg on the 14th of July heading into the 4-team global repechage tournament in November. And from Lemoyne there is an understanding that his team can only grow with continued exposure to more competitive teams. "We know Samoa is one of the best Tier 2 countries, and we know the potential they've got," he said. "But we have to learn about that level and try to play our best. After that, the games are always the games, you never know what might happen. But the idea is to work really hard in the first game, really hard. We will prepare a good program and a good project for the future, because German rugby doesn't start and finish on Saturday. There has to be an idea for a long-term program."